T-Man 978 Show Review.
Hello everyone, I finally got all the Combine Awards, Combaticons, and here's my final grade on them. Brawl, I am impressed with his leg articulation. I never expected all the articulation that he has in his feet that I don't think any reviewer showed off. I mean, it's freaking amazing that he can kick forward, kick back, go off to the side. But I'll have all the individual reviews in a playlist. You can watch them if you want to. If you missed it, please go back and look at that. Blast Off, probably my least favorite because he's just a repaint. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. I love his color scheme. He is still a good figure though. All of their eye paint and whatnot, except Swindle because it's dark. Like, look at how bright those eyes are. It's like they don't have any light piping, but you can still see the paint in their eyes, which is nice. Swindle, I like him, but that's what I don't like. His hips are loose. I guess I can fix that myself. I am cool with the amount of paint that he has in robot mode. Vehicle mode, bland as hell. And I don't like this random gray crotch. Vortex, shocked that I like him. I love his color scheme mainly because he is nothing but Alpha Bravo. But I do love his color scheme. And this mold actually does suit him. Onslaught, I like. I wish he had some type of ankle pivot or something to make him easier to stand. And I don't know if you've seen my Shockwave video, but I love that little Shockwave. Love them. But yeah, this is a good set. Should you wait for the Japanese version? Yeah, if you want a space shuttle blast off, because you're not going to get that here. And Vortex has 4 propellers on his rotor instead of just 2, so they did give him some retooling in the Japanese version. But let's get this guy into Bruticus mode. And here is Bruticus Combine Awards Bruticus. And he's okay. He is definitely not the best. I mean, he does have some improvements over a ton of other combiners, but, well, mainly just the Minosaur body mode. Like being able to stand up and being able to do this without his whole body just falling apart. That is awesome on both sides. Pro tip, if you want his arms to be able to go out like this, you can't have both shoulders on Blast Off transformed in their correct orientation, which is this way. And I'm filming this sequence again because a major problem I had with this figure is Swindle looked a lot more bulky than Brawl. That's because I didn't do that step. I had it like that and I'm like, that looks so flat. But this looks a ton better because that's the way it's supposed to be. And I added even more bulk by putting Blast Off's gun right there. But Swindle is a little bit more thick, especially since they had to put some of the bulk back here to make him the same length as Swindle. But putting that gun there makes it even look bulkier. But I think my major problem with Bruticus is the way this came out. If this chest plate needed to be way wider, with him having this small skinny body and these big lanky arms, that just looks weird. And these hand-foot guns, none of them ever look good on any of the combiners basically. They just look so huge and oversized, and then you look at the feet look small. I'm gonna rearrange the body parts so we see what that looks like, but in the meantime, here is Defensor, and in this orientation right here that I have Defensor in, I just like Defensor a lot better. I think the way his midsection came out makes him look a lot more bulky than Bruticus here. And one thing I don't think I touched on yet, he has this permanent crotch thrust, because when you put both of his legs forward, He's now leaning forward a bit. I guess you could lift his head up, but it still looks like he's leaning forward. And I don't like that. I don't think this is just a problem with mine because I saw it on MGo's review too. I mean, you could try to bend the knees, but then the weight will do that if you... So, yeah. The crotch right here, let me get the fencer out of the way. Somehow, even though they share basically the same body mold, I like the fencer better, probably because of the chest plate, like I was saying. But if you have to put the legs forward, this crotch plate moves forward. What I was doing yesterday when I was playing with him is bending that to make it look a little less weird when you have to get him into poses. So, I don't know. Depending on the camera angle or the angle at which you look at him, it's still going to be looking a little bit bad. And these knee joints, as you can see, are not tight enough to hold the weight of all of Bruticus. So you definitely have to try really good to get him in a good pose. But it's always been difficult to get these things in a good wide-legged stance because these feet need ankle pivot. I know they're going to correct that in the future. And I just need to buy a Perfect Effect kit, just straight up like that. I need to stop being cheap and get one of them because these things suck at being hands and feet. You can hold Shockwave, no problem. The joints and the legs of Blastoff here are still tight, so it doesn't lean too much. Or you could take these guns off his back. Let's just sit him down because he's going to fall. Peg these together. And then boom. He has a long rifle there. Or you could keep them separated and give him some shorter guns. But at the end of the day right here in his regular configuration, he is just alright. My camera conked out on me. I was saying he's just alright. He's just alright. I'm having a problem getting this to stay down. But, he's just alright. I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, the less girth down here in these two legs make the feet look like they're not as small as they were before. And the extra girth of these two arms make the hands look less big, but now the arms look way too big for this skinny frame right here. It's like, when you don't have these limbs attached, all of this looks awesome by itself. But with the limbs attached in both modes, the arms just look way too big because his frame is just so small. Well, besides being able to hold the gun, as I showed you, Shockwave is capable of storing back here. That peg doesn't go deep in there, but he does stay there if you want. Or you can flip him around in this direction and he can hang off like that, which may be weird. And I guess, let's see, let's toy around. It can almost stay in there, but it's knocking this transformation joint down. So that doesn't work out. It's this thing right here is annoying. I know you know about that. You heard about that in so many reviews. But Bruticus, he's just alright. Like I said, Superion and Defensor, they're really good. The only good Decepticon combiner so far to me is Devastator. Like, he comes very close. I love that he can actually stand up, unlike Minosaur. So that's something right there. So he's not horrible, but he's not the best. And I hate to give like a bad sounding review because it's not that bad, but it's just not the best. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching all my other videos. I'm gonna put the playlist in the description down there. Plus, I'm going to put a card up for it. I don't know if the card's going to be here because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling about actually editing it to right there now that I'm pointing. But look for all of those. Make sure you watch all the reviews, even for Shockwave here. But until next time, T-Man978 out of here.